Hello everybody, Cold Starcraft here with a game between Kavs, who had a game on my channel recently. They're actually just talking about Good Luck, Have Fun. That was a 2 racks fast expansion, by the way, and Kavs didn't want that win anyways, so they must be talking about a previous game that they played probably right before this. So it is Redundant versus Kavs. Redundant, the Terran, the orange Terran, spawning on the west position. I had to think about that for a second. That's kind of embarrassing, with Kavs spawning on the east position with a Protoss versus Terran. So this is Lost Temple, and it does favor the Terran with the ability to do a lot of drops. Redundant is actually going out quite early and is going to be scouting to try to find the base. This is a little early for the scout. He could be planning some early pressure. A 2 racks FE maybe? Did that last time. So, and this is a practice game, not a ladder game, although between a diamond and a platinum player. So good game. These guys are actually brothers. So a little sibling, why couldn't that word come to me? Sibling rivalry going on here, but we see production. Pretty much everything is standard at this point. Redundant choosing not to wall in, getting his gas at 13, and Kavs, one day I will beat you. And then Redundant being the nice guy, saying that he has. Sorry, Brad. You'll beat him. I believe in you. Brad is Kavs. Kavs will beat him one day. Maybe today. Ooh, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Very standard stuff going on. Let's see. Worker count. Kavs is ahead due to that chrono boost. And he really just wants this gas, man. Oh, he got pulled off, and now the gas is complete. So he was waiting there patiently, and it didn't work out for him. But, I have a sneeze. You know, it sits there on the end of your nose and just bugs the heck out of you. This probe will go down. Supply blocked is awesome. Oh, Kavs is supply blocked, and that pylon is now half done. I was about a quarter of the way done when I started talking. So ghosty. Oh well, what can you do? All you can do is try and get better. Going for warp gate, although only one gateway, so we need some more production structures for Kavs. I'm gonna try to use my keyboard. I think that's what all the cool casters do to move. So I'm gonna try that, and let's see what we got here. Reactor going on first, so we could see some early marine pressure, although there is a factory, so not going to be sticking with a bio build. Kavs need some more unit producers called gateways or Robo Bay or something. A Robo Bay. Okay, one gateway into Robo Bay. Interesting. Although he is going to be supply blocked shortly. Although this pylon will pop up in time. There goes another gateway. So with getting the warp gate tech, you would think you'd see. Redundant is able to scan all of it, so he's going to see that early Robo Bay, the 2 gateways, and he's going to be able to see the cybernetics. And with those little spinny graphic things, he's going to know. I don't know, what are they thinking? How do we warp these units in? We have to figure this out. How do we pull them in from Aya? I don't know. Was that funny? Probably not. So 2 Hellions going to come out, going with Marine Hellion build and a tech lab with a tech lab. That would be a starport with a tech lab. So we're going to have to see what is he going to go for. Let's look at production. That's a lot more interesting. We do see an OBS coming out for Kavs, and it's already sent right over, so he's going to be able to figure out everything that's going on over in Redundant land. Although it might be too late, as the pressure's already coming on from Redundant. This SCV is dancing a jig back and forth, but the Hellion was getting in his way, messing up his style, cramping his style. This OBS is going to run across the map and hopefully figure out everything that's going on. He is going to see this. He's going to see it, and then Kavs decides to run his probe out to die, and Oh, apparently Hellion Flames make me lag. Not sure why. Fraps creates a new file and it tends to lag. What is Kavs going to do? Let's look at his player cam. I'm not sure where that Zealot came from, but he will get roasted up. Although slicing up one Marine, and that was it. So not worth the cost of that that Zealot. Although this Observer will be able to spot everything that is going on. Let's take it off player cam, actually. We've got a reactor coming up, and we're on Kavs view. Come on, there we go. So no upgrades for these Marines, just basic Marines, no stim, no shield. They are very naked without that stim and shield. They need it. But this Banshee is flying in here, able to pick off the probe, this Nexus. He could pick it off, although he's going to go straight for that mineral line. Never mind, he's going to stop and do no permanent damage to that pylon. And he's continuing to move across, trying to pick off some probes, although these sentries are really good at taking out these Banshees. The sentries are very quick and can do some good damage. So that Banshee escapes with 2 probe kills. So has not paid for itself yet. Is Cloak on the way? Cloak is not on the way. So just going to use these Banshees for harassment. Spreading out the tech quite a bit off one expansion, I would say. There is siege tech on the way, so going from those Hellions into those siege tanks. So we'll have to see here. And Kavs is moving out. Big group of stalkers. How many stalkers do we have here? The whole group is 9 stalkers. That's only 9? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, well, the unit counter down here does not lie. That is 9 stalkers, 2 sentries, and a zealot. So 2 more gateways coming up for Kavs. Keeping his minerals decently low, little high on gas, could possibly get in another sentry with these warp gates. Sentries are extremely powerful at separating armies, and oh, but this siege tank is not siege because the tech is not done. How close is the tech? Oh, it was just about to finish, and because of this obs, Kavs is able to see the high ground, needs to stop and protect these Marines out running too far in. Oh, and the siege tank is going to be able to do a lot of damage. Although the siege tank is picked off. Redundant is pulling SCVs off the line. Could this be Kavs' first win? Although not microing at all, a full surround. If he would have ran down that ramp, he could have kept these stalkers alive for a lot longer considering their great speed. But he ends up losing all those stalkers. Redundant losing the mining time. So that was definitely good. If we look at units lost, wow, actually I didn't realize Kavs lost so much. Wow. Redundant is way ahead on units lost. I did not realize it was that slanted. Although Stim is finally coming out for these Marines and Marauders. There's 3 Marauders now. Getting out the Marauders is a good idea against this Stalker heavy army. There is an Immortal to counter those Marauders, but the Marines can counter the Immortal. So really, the Terran army is quite far ahead right now, although we see a Warp Prism on the field, which is great. These Banshees trying to do even more harassment, although not able to accomplish too much. Although, oh, I missed something. There was some probe harassment that I missed. There is 5 kills on this Banshee, 6 on this one. So that I missed, and I apologize. But this Warp Prism is going out. This Warp Prism graphic down here, if you're looking right here, I don't understand it. If anyone wants to put a comment, well, nobody comments, but if you feel like it, throw a comment on and tell me what that is all about, because I don't get it. We see a proxy pylon and a warp prism, so double the warping possibilities. This pylon is in range, so if he has view, he will be able to warp units up onto this high ground. Let's look at production. I keep forgetting that slow coming out for Marauders. That is quite late, although I believe these are the first Marauders in the game on the field, so it actually would make sense. Although that upgrade only takes 60 seconds, costs 50 minerals, 50 gas. It is very effective, very good. This Warp Prism is going to drop 4 Stalkers into the main. There isn't really anything to deal with this. Redundant's army is down here on the low ground in the natural. So, ooh, is he going to pull back? Oh no, sieging up is the opposite of what he wants to do. These Stalkers are now on the ground. They need to move closer into the mineral line. There is 1 Stalker in the Warp Prism. He needs all of them on the ground, and he needs them focusing these SCVs. And Redundant is going to run in here, and he's going to be able to clean this up. Oh, he's going to lose the Warp Prism. Oh, my God. I think he's going... Yeah, he is going to. That slight right made him lose that Warp Prism. Although he might have lost it anyways. These Marines were stimmed. I'm not totally sure. He might have been able to escape with slightly better micro, but maybe not. We'll have to see. But if we look back at units lost, I think it is just... Whoa. 36 to 16. Kavs definitely has some ground to make up. Maybe some DTs, or I'm really not sure how you make up that much lost ground at this point in the game. Let's look at you. Oh, we got some Banshees trying to harass some more. Those Stalkers able to get off a couple shots, and these Banshees are going to try to come around, but these Stalkers have them in check. What is producing for Kavs right now? We've got one Immortal coming out. For Redundant, we've got a Medivac, a Siege Tank, a Marine, and those combat shields for those Marines. I would... Excuse me. Oh, and there was a Zealot drop into the base, actually warped in, I would think. Now these Zealots need to stop and let all those SCVs get by. They are now attacking the supply depot as Redundant's army has time to siege up, stim up, run in, and these Zealots really have no chance. Although the Siege Tank doing some friendly fire damage there, but not very much. This drop will favor Redundant, as Kavs was just not able to do enough damage with it. And this probe, what is he doing? Trying to run across. He's going to check basically for the gold. That's what I think he's doing, at least. Maybe a pylon, although I'm not sure why he'd put a pylon here. We'll have to see. How many units are left right now in the field? We have 8 Stalkers, 2 Immortals, and 3 Zealots versus 7 Marauders, a Medivac, 2 Banshees, a Viking, 2 Siege Tanks, and 25 Marines and a Raven. So Redundant